My message is love, just through and through, especially with the music, because I believe that, like we talk about all the time, that music is the universal language from which everyone can, take a lot from and learn from. And it's the feelings that can change with those things. But I like to spread a lot of love through my music, just to heal people in different situations.
And what's really interesting about you is the fact that you were universal. So you're not just a rapper, but you're a very accomplished rapper. And I've listened to your music, and it's great. So you're touching an audience that's not often touched with the messages that you are trying to convey to people. But then you have other music that is not that. And I think that's pretty awesome that you've chosen that platform to evoke change in the world, in our youth, which is really important.
I got into music from a young age. My father used to sing. He had a band that would be in the living room pretty much every day. And I just love music from the first point of me remembering what music is just watching my dad and how he put things together, and he sung with his group. And God, I would watch Bobby Brown. A lot of people don't know that. I would watch this guy perform like crazy. I was like, man, I'm going to do that one day. But I fell in love with it because of my father. There's things that I'm going through that other people are going through as well. And some things I may not haven't even gone through, but another person has talked to me about it, because I have a lot of friends that come to me and they want, they confide in me about a lot of different things. But if I'm able to put it in song format, I can reach a lot of other people just to let them know it's okay. You're not the only person going through that. And I'd like to walk up through the first emotions of, first you're going to go through this step of emotion where you feel really bad, and I feel really bad. And then you're going to start to feel a little bit better, and then you're going to start to feel great. And then you'll learn how to love not only yourself, but you'll learn how to love again. And you'll have another opportunity with a different relationship. And, that's basically what my message of music is about, is just connecting people through love and letting them know firsthand that you're not alone, period, in anything that you go through in life.
Did you say, generally speaking, a lot of the rap music we hear isn't so much about love? And what made you decide to spread your message in that forum to that community, so to speak? Mm-hmm. And how does self-awareness fit into the picture? And what does that mean to you?
Okay. The reason I chose, and let me back up a little bit here. A lot of music that you do hear doesn't have love in it. And the main reason and the key goes on that is I found that, and I used to make a lot of music, and I won't be a hypocrite here standing, as a rap artist. But a lot of the songs that you hear that don't have love is because none of those people are self-aware. None of those people have had that personal feeling of love. So that's why you hear so much hate that comes out through the music and the things that they write, because music is an outlet. We hear things that sometimes we're like, ooh, that's kind of promoting violence or hate, but it's literally because they have nowhere else to put it. But getting back on the topic of self-aware, is a lot of times people write these things because they're not self-aware. What is self-awareness? Self-awareness is when you start to question yourself on everything that you do. And not only do you question the things that you do, you question your thoughts. And you start to analyze and try to figure out, why do I think this way? How do I think this way? Where did this start? Who taught me this, or who programmed me this, or programmed this into my mind? Why do I believe in what I believe in? And now I can start, now that I'm looking at myself and analyzing myself, now I'll be able to approach every situation a little bit different in scenario and look at it a little bit different. Okay, when I see a person lashing out, I'm not going to say this guy's crazy. The first thing is going to come in my mind, because now I'm becoming self-aware of the things that I'm doing in my thought process and why things are happening. Now I can look at this guy that's lashing out and say, instead of saying he's crazy, I could say, there's a lot of backstory on this. That person probably never had a person that paid attention to them. That person may just want attention. And it may not all be bad for the person to want attention. It's just he never got it or she never got it. And now I don't look at them just like as an outcast and say, this person's just horrible. I can see past all of that stuff, because now I'm starting to become more self-aware myself. you can look at other people and say, okay, there's more underneath the skin than meets the eye, per se. And my message of love, like, is especially to reach people through the music that aren't self-aware, to let them know that it's okay that you're not self-aware, but now that you understand and now that you know what self-awareness is, now let's start looking at ourselves and let's start identifying, find those identifiers of where the pain comes from, or where these habits come from, or what I do from that, and how can I learn to love if I don't love, or if I don't know how to love,
Right. We are, just a week and a half, 2 weeks shy of the murder by cop of George Floyd. And there's a lot of civil unrest. There's a lot of anger, right? And where does self-awareness have a part in everything that's going on right now? Or does it?
Self-awareness has everything to do with what's going on right now. First of all, I'd like to say my heart goes out to the family of George Floyd, and the whole entire Black community, and even further beyond that, whether you're white, Black, Mexican, whatever you are, shades, we have to get rid of that, because once we start to become self-aware, that's when we're able to, get rid of the shade of skin, whether I'm white or Black, and I'm acting upon the way that I feel without truly knowing why I feel like I feel towards a different person at the end of the day. And self-awareness plays a huge key in that. And I think a lot of people say the term nowadays they use is awake, the awakeness of this new generation, and everybody saying I'm awake, but everyone says I'm self-aware, everyone says I'm awake, but yet we're still here again, right? But I was very happy to see, all the different shades of color stand together in protest. I wasn't happy to see the looting. People may say, oh, and that's where it comes into where I won't say things that are going to make people happy. It's going to be uncomfortable at times for all of us to address the situations. But if we can become more self-aware through action upon looking at ourselves in the mirror and say, what have I done to change these scenarios? When you're becoming self-aware, is to portray and to push forward love, because you're going to have those thoughts that still come into your mind of negativity because you're training yourself. But when you see, if you're a racist person of white shade or Black, and you see the opposite, and you have this slew of emotions that go over you, you should say, first, let me think about, stop and think, first of all, and then say, why do I feel this way? Okay, stop, pause. Let me just portray love no matter what. And see how that works. Because hate with hate is always going to blow up more hate. Hate with love has blown up as well. But as long as you're being part of the change and not part of the problem, and you're pushing forward self-awareness and the message of love, no matter who's hating you or no matter who's against you or how you're feeling, and you're rejecting those negative feelings, we could really change the world by becoming more self-aware.